welcome in everybody. This is Jason with First Gear Network bringing you live coverage of the Craftsman Truck Series First Gear Racing Week 13 from Michigan International Speedway. Right now we are 18 minutes left of practice, so we've had 42 minutes so far in the session. We've had 15 cars turn a lap. We've got 16 registered for tonight's race so far. Got a little pit party going on with this group of trucks here. Seeing all different lanes being run. It's bound to be a good one tonight. Michigan usually provides some really good racing. You can use momentum, use the draft. A lot of passing, a lot of opportunities, wide surface, plenty of lanes to make moves, to make passes. You're not stuck in a one lane, one groove track or anything like that. This track usually can put on a pretty entertaining race and be super competitive. So ought to be a good one tonight. So right now, just checking the stats here. Looks like the 84 Nolan Milnes is our fastest at a 39.2 for his best lap of the session. These guys are been in the draft and such, so not certain if we're going to see those kind of lap times when it comes to qualifying. But we are seeing that in race pace here using the draft and running in a pack. So kind of see how everything works out. I'll be right back here in just 1 second. We'll just follow this pit party.
I'm gonna pit this next time, but sliding around up. Yeah, I went off in the 3. It did some different shit trying to go down on the bottom like that. Fitting.
Alright, I'm back here. Let's check in here with the top. Sorry about that, folks. Kids and their craziness keeping me busy. Oh, we see the 84 get plowed into by the 14 here on the backstretch. It's the 82. Brian Haberger, he's third on the speed chart so far. Looks like the 13 has made it on track. Kyle Heath, currently 13th on the charts. Great shots from the FGR blimp. Alex Fuller's on track. Looks like he's side by side is at the 52. Michael Kennedy. 3 and 4 candidate gets loose, chases it up the track, gets loose again, but doesn't hit the 28. But man, that was really on edge. Great driving by the 52 to keep him from just spinning out or plowing up into the 28. See the 48. May notice Andrew in a different number. He's gone back to the 48 for first gear racing from the 45. Still in a Toyota in the trucks. New paint job. Great looking truck. Good to have Andrew showing that 48 some love. Weird seeing a Hendrick stylized 48 on a Toyota though. It's throwing me off. Messing with me just a little bit. He's currently P4 on the speed chart for the 39.26. Down to 6 minutes left to practice. Not many trucks on the track at the moment. We have had a 17th truck join the lobby. Michael Wingo is here. Just hasn't gotten on track yet. 52's flying down pit road. And gets her. Misses his pit box here just by a little bit. Joseph Klein coming out on track here in the 14. When we're getting close to the end of practice, we'll go ahead and pull up our race info. So tonight we are scheduled for 100 laps with stage breaks at the end of lap 30 and lap 60. Track temp 97 degrees, ambient temp 74, 42% humidity, partly cloudy skies, 10 mile an hour breeze. And then I will get it pulled up here. We don't have an updated slide for the points, but I do have the ability to show them to you, so we will do that now. As long as it works. Let's see. There it is. There's our points currently. Todd Smith in the lead, Michael Kennedy in second, Corey Crandall third, Nolan Milnes fourth, Alex Fuller fifth, Andrew Gross sixth, Kyle Heath seventh, Trevor Benz eighth, Ben Summerford ninth, and Joseph Klein 10th. Top 10 do make the playoffs. We still have a handful of races before we get to the playoffs. So looking outside currently, we've got Samuel Carter, Jareth Walker, Brendan Decker, Ivan Deschamps, Mark Owlett are the first 5 looking outside currently at this time. So we will see how that all shapes up tonight as 1, 2, 3. Looks like all of the top 10 in points are here tonight. So nobody's fallen out by missing a race tonight, so we'll see how all that plays out. All right, under 2 minutes left to go in the session. We're going to get to qualifying here very shortly. With, I think, 17 trucks in the field. Todd Smith out on the track in that Hot Wheel 66, Mr. Highside himself. I am for certain we will see him working that high side. Practicing a pit road entry here, it looks like. We're down to just seconds left. We've got Ames in here. Ames in the 89 truck. New member joined today, actually, or last night, I guess. But just joined in. This is his first race with First Gear Racing. Michael Wingo just gets out on track as time expires. Did not get a chance to register a lap time. So practice will end, trucks will disappear off the track, and we will get into qualifying here in just a moment. Like Todd Smith's going to be one of our first qualifiers tonight. Nice high, wide, and handsome for Mr. Highside. Across the line for his first lap. 40.44. See what he does here on lap 2. Gets it down to the bottom, right to that yellow line. Down the backstretch. Good momentum. I feel like Corey Crandall just put down a 40 flat on his first lap. Todd tried to get to the bottom. He got tight on him and then a little loose. So a little bit of a wiggle. Down right to the grass across the line. 39.61 Let's look for our second laps. Corey Crandall on his second lap. Can he pick up? 39.84. Still says P3. Trevor Benz on his second lap. Can he pick up? He's not that far off. Needs a tenth. No, a little bit slower that second lap. All right, Nolan Milnes threw up a 40.47 his first lap, so saving it for the second one, this money lap in that 84 truck. Oh, he gets loose. It snapped on him. Now he's got to try to save it, keep it off the wall. Definitely lost momentum out of 4 there. This is going to hurt this lap. Across the line, a 40.08. It's going to put in P4 of those that have qualified so far. All right, we've got a group here. Alex Ames and Michael Wingo, Michael Kennedy are all on track. Alex is on his first lap here, his first time lap. He's getting loose. 28 sideways, and he saved it. Locked him up. Doesn't let that first lap count, so now he's got to come out and try it again. Ooh, that's going to be a hard ask. Michael Wingo across the stripe for his first time. 42.13. Ames throws up 40.12 his first lap. Out of turn 2, down the backstretch comes the 89 truck. See how much time he can make up on the board here. Down to the apron, across the start-finish line. P2, 39.67. Okay, Alex Fuller is on his only timed lap now. He just took the green. This is lap 2 of his. He locked up, got loose, and was able to get the truck load down on his first time lap. Oh no, he's loose again out of 2. That truck is angry. Can he make anything happen on this one? Because the tires are still cold. They're not happy yet. He sends it down there. You can see it's just uneasy. He's going to come across the line and record a time for this lap, but it is going to be a 39.94. Pretty good save lap, actually. Good job for Alex Fuller with everything he had happen in his qualifying. Brian Hayberger is about to cross the line to complete his second lap, currently P10. He jumps up to P5, 39.74. Ben Summerford is about to complete his second lap, and he is currently P11. On the chart, we have just over 4 minutes left in the session. We have 12 drivers with recorded times. Down to the apron, across the line goes Ben Summerford. 39.92, currently P7 for Ben. And let's see, currently just one other truck on the track. Taking the green flag is the 31 of Brendan Decker. XPO Logistics, number 31 Chevrolet. Gonna run the high lane here for his first lap. Get them tires up to temp, get that truck up to, get all the momentum, get the speed up in it. Up high here in 3 and 4. Now he's got that momentum. He's going to drop down. Doesn't use the apron to take lap 2. So his first lap across the line, P12, 40.78. He's going to try to enter that thing, arc it down. Not able to get as close to the yellow line as we saw Todd do in his run earlier. Had to put a little bit more wheel in it there coming out of 2. See, the truck was getting snug tight on him, and See how he does here. About a half a lane up in 3. Doesn't get down near the yellow line at the apex, and then drifts up a little bit, and then back down he goes. Let's see, does he use the apron? He does. He gets down there across the line for the 31, and that's going to put him at a 40.21. Still P12 on the board. Joseph Klein's crossing the line to complete his first lap right now. P7, 39.88 on his first lap for Mr. Klein. Running higher up there in 1 and 2. Maybe he's found something that can get a little bit more momentum. Down the backstretch into turn 3, going to enter high. 3.5 lanes up in the gray a little bit. Staying up there for momentum. As he comes down here, we'll see if he can better that time of a 39.88. Cross the line. 39.87. All right, Andrew Groves. Oh no! Sideways. Locks her up. This is his first time lap 2, so he'll have to do a reset like Alex Fuller did. Come back out, and when he crosses the line, he'll only have 1 lap of qualifying that'll count, because this is got loose on his first lap. Too much wheel input. Truck didn't like it. So far it looks like the 13 of Kyle Heath, the 19 of Morgan Sterling.
Can we delay the start of this race? This is really entertaining at Nashville.
Yep.
Guys are entertained by the real life race with the 11, the 24, and the 12 in the Cup Series at Nashville. Racing 3 wide for the lead. Pretty crazy. Alright. Andrew's on the clock. I don't think he'll have enough time to record this lap. That most likely will not count, and Andrew will be starting from the back. Down to 6 seconds left. Not going to be enough time. He gets loose, gets super loose, trying to send it in there. Hard into the wall for the 48. And that's going to end that qualifying session. So that is it. We will pull up the grid here. Here's your starting grid for tonight's race. Todd Smith with the pole. Michael Kennedy outside of the front row there. Ames and Trevor row 2. Brian Corey
thanks
row
everybody
3.
for coming out. Hey, we got
Joseph and Ben
100 laps here at
row
Michigan.
4. Alex
Stages
and
are
Nolan
30
row
and
5.
60.
Mark and George
Good
will
luck,
be
have
row
fun,
7.
and we'll
or
see
sorry,
you guys
row
at the end of
6.
it.
Brendan and Michael row 7. Kyle and Andrew row 8. And Morgan Sterling starting 17th. Shotgun on the field. Sterling might be the only one that did make it into the field tonight. That 19 truck was looking sharp too. All right, so 16 trucks in the starting grid, 8 rows. Again, from my last count, everybody in the top 10 of points is in this race. So we'll see some battling here to possibly better position themselves as we're getting closer to the playoffs. Todd Smith, our pole sitter.
Sorry, texting and driving.
This shot, pace truck pulls down. 100 laps, first stage to the end of lap 30. Let's go. Boogity,
Green
boogity,
flag.
boogity. Let's go racing, boys. 52 and the 66 both get a pretty even jump there. Trucks fan out a little bit. We've got 3-4 different lines going through 1 and 2. Tires are cold. Inside line prevails there with the 66 and the 89 getting by the 52. Then the 89 down to the bottom in 3 and 4. Gets it to stick, doesn't get loose, and gaps this 52 as 52 has gone by the 66 for second. 1 lap down. Ames first lap with First Gear Racing. He's the leader. .52 looking to the inside. We've got a battle here for the lead. 52 gets down below the 89, takes that bottom line, gonna drift up. 89's gonna have momentum coming down the front stretch, but it's not gonna be enough to lead this lap. The 52, Michael Kennedy, leads lap 2. Good bump from the 66 to the 89. Now here comes that momentum as they enter turn 1. The 89 drops low. 66 stays up behind the 52 on the high side. That's where he likes it. You see all these trucks gaining momentum, using that bottom. Oh no, we got contact. Corey Crandall hard into the wall.
He's
Good job,
hard.
bud. Tell me what you got quickly.
Why did I hear 3 wide, man? I don't know. That's a pretty good start there.
Let's go back and take a look at this.
Go
Right
ahead,
behind. Just get a good look at it here. Oh, netcode bump.
Todd, I tried to
Running
give you
with
as much room as I could.
66 and the 33.
Oh, we're good. I just heard 3 wide. I didn't know if that caused us a little bit of a gaggle there.
Just a
somebody's
netcode
spin.
bump from the
Everything's good.
33 into the 35. That bubble gets the 35 loose. Brand new truck, just brought it to the track tonight, and it's tore up. She tore up bad. But he's got a fast repair. Just hate to use it this early in the race. Let's see, my track map has disappeared. Surprise, surprise. What else is new? Where's my mouse at? There it is. Close down the timing and scoring and reopen it back up. And maybe. There it goes. Alright, so the 35 doesn't have a meatball, but I'm going to assume most likely with that damage we'll probably use a fast repair. It was a really hard hit. We'll follow him in here and just see what happens in his stop. Tough break only being on lap 5 of this race. Yep, quick fix, fast repair. Oh, and some tires. I guess having those 5 sets come in handy. He gets to burn one here early for that contact and spin. Again, created by Netcode. They were 3 wide, but tough break. Oh, Jarrett, I saw your message from a little bit ago. The Eagle just didn't qualify. Figured he'd take it from a shotgun start. Maybe got a little busy doing something else. But he's here. And he's up to 12th already. Starting in the bottom row. He was 15th. Recall correctly, yep, up 3 spots. Biggest mover of the race so far, Andrew Groves, had issues on his qualifying, spun out on both the laps he attempted. Ran out of time on the second lap anyways as qualifying ended. He's up 6 spots, starting 16th. Biggest drop right now is Corey, obviously, just from that wreck. He's down 10 spots from where he started. But he's got a repaired truck, fresh set of tires. We'll see what kind of drive and ambition the 35 has here to get back up near the front and battle for this stage, as we are only on lap 6 of this race. Currently the 52, Michael Kennedy, is your leader. Ames in the 89 is on the outside there, P2. And it looks like the 82, Brian on 3rd, Todd in 4th in row 2. Row 3 is Joseph and Trevor. Row 4, Nolan and Ben. Row 5, Alex and Andrew. Alright, they are ready for the pace truck to pull down here on the pit road, and we will get this race restarted. Again, got to get to lap 30 for stage 1. Early caution here for the 35, getting some netcode contact on the backstretch and spinning to the inside wall. Heavy damage, fast repair used, and into the restart zone.
Green flag.
Green is out, 52 gets a good start. Clears the 89. The 82 behind him gets a good run as well, up even with the 89, maybe a little bit ahead. Here we go, they fan out into turn 1. 3 different prominent lines there. Everybody feeds up close to the wall and exit 2 wide throughout the field there in the middle of the pack. 66 with a big push to the 82. 82 gets a good run from that. We'll ride with the 66 here for a second. Ride with him here for a lap or so. Currently P5. Got Trevor right in front of him. Joseph is right behind him. More or less beside him, it looks like. Yep, you see his shadow. Here comes the 14 on the outside, losing the high side against the 66. Oh, we see the 33 get loose off the corner exit there. Good save by Trevor Benz. Joseph gets by. Todd for 5th. See Michael Kennedy up there in the distance. P1, Brian Haber, P2. Oh, contact with the 84.
Kid right here, my bad.
Up here, and here comes that momentum the 66 is going to have running that higher line down the backstretch. Good bump to the 84. Those front 5 are just starting to pull away ever so slightly. 84 chooses the middle, 66 chooses the top. That draft that they're getting is helping. 84 and the 48 get back in line behind the 66. See how they fan out or if they stay together in this corner. Looks like they all run pretty high. 3 different lanes are high, but all choose a higher lane to be able to carry that corner exit momentum. 48 may have gotten really close to the wall there at turn 2. 66 gaps just a little bit. Got a truck link between him and the 84. Now the 84 looks down to that second lane. Nolan with a good run down on the low side. He's going to come up and lose a little bit of momentum initially. See if he gets that draft from the 66, maybe a bump from the 48, and keep everything pretty close and square. Comes the 48 right on his rear bumper. Back up front, we've got a battle for the lead. The 52 and 82 are side by side out of turn 2. 82 is trying to make something work on the bottom, but you got to be careful not to use these tires up too quickly. You got to get the good out of him while you can. He is battling the 89 side by side for second. 89 gets P2. Ooh, 82 down there slinging it on the bottom. That truck got sideways in the center of 1 and 2, but he kept it going forward. Seems to try to do that again here. He tries to dive it in. He's going to get even with the 52. Possibly clear, but it's gonna 52 is gonna have a run. 89 trucks down. Caution is out. Caution
walk
is
me through a
out.
lap here, please.
His truck coming off pit road.
Not sure what happened there. I have a report. Oh, the 32 and 13 get together. Oh! And that would be the reason for the caution. Little bit of contact. 13 was coming up. The 32 was seeing a chance to come down possibly, or maybe got a little loose. They meet in the middle. Alright, so that's going to be caution number 2, and we're not halfway through the stage yet. We're seeing some trucks up front enter pit lane. 82, the 33, the 48, 31, 28, 80, 13, and 32. All choose to come down pit road this time. Not sure what we're going to see in terms of strategy here. I'm going to watch the 33 stop. The 82's taking right sides for sure. 33, I don't see that truck going up in the air. No, fuel only. 82 is taking a set of tires. So is the 32. Majority of these pit stops kind of point towards 4-tire stops for the rest of the guys. When you got 5 sets in the pits, you can play with them a little bit here. You got a little bit more availability to make early tire change decisions. Alright, should be taking the 1 to go this time. This will be the complete lap 14 of 100. Yep, next time by we'll be halfway through the stage and we'll restart to complete lap 15 of the race. To start lap 16 will be our restart. So the Cup race looks like it has just over 100 laps left. We have 85 laps left. Who's going to finish first? The trucks or the Real Life Series Cup Series? We're going to find out soon enough. Pace truck's pulling down. Michael Kennedy is the control truck. When we get to the restart zone.
Green flag.
And he gets a good jump early in the box. Gets out clear of the 89. Here comes the 14 who restarted third here. 89 came down for a little bit of side draft on the right rear of the 14, just trying to reel him back. Looks like he is clear. Joseph Klein has got the 66 underneath him though. Coming out of turn 2, the 66 noses ahead here. Now they're about even. 14 with the run on the outside. Probably a bump to the 52 there. Get you a better shot of the whole field here. See all these different lines and moves. The 66 and 52 have contact. Door to door. 3 wide for the lead. Down into turn 1. 66 edges ahead in the middle. Middle line worked for him to get free of those two, and then the 52 has got to second. Joseph in the 14 back to third. Caution is out. We got trucks wrecking. Hard hit for the 10.
Pull your tires off. Get your fans on.
Oh, that was a terrible hit for the 10. Let's go check it out.
Hey, Michael, if that was you outside, sorry we got together there. I thought
I'm gonna
there was
have
more room
go
to the right. My bad.
Chase to kind of look at this. Looks like the 10 and the 82.
Looking in my mirror, and I seen it went 3 wide. It kind of startled me.
Just a little bit of a combo here. The 82
kinda
coming
just
up,
ate
the
the
10
run
coming
there.
down
I
off the
didn't-
wall.
I wasn't really trying to
32
make a
just
three.
had nowhere to go. Let's jump on board with the behind the 32 here. Let's take a look from his view. Jump in the cockpit. And you can see the 10 starts coming down, the 82 comes up. That contact, meet in the middle, turns the 82 sideways. The 10 then veers left to avoid the spinning 82 in front of him. And the 32 tries to turn down and just nowhere to go. The 10 is there. Tough hit, and the 10 just going for a ride here. Hard into the wall. Oof. And then the 32.
That hurt my pinky toe.
Left front into the wall.
What are you doing, driving with your feet?
Toes messed up on that truck. Meatball for the 10, but not for the 32. He still got heavy damage, but not meatballed, so I don't know if that's going to change what he does here. Nope, fast repair it is. Use them while you got them. Fixed up and right back out on the track goes the 32 of Ben Summerford. Honk if you got wrecked at Daytona last night, it says on his hood and on his fenders. Honk away, boys. A lot of people got wrecked at Daytona last night. Ben was one of them. He had an early exit last night. Tough luck for him so early in that race. Now he put a paint together for us tonight. There it is on the side. Honk if you got wrecked at Daytona. '82 still on pit road. I'm guessing towing. No, I don't think he towed. Maybe I'm wrong. The 10 towed. The 82 had damage though, but he didn't tow, so I don't know if he's trying to fix as much as he can. The 10 may still be towing. Here come the leaders though. 82 is going to run out of time to get out before them, so most likely... Oh, he's trying. He is trying. I don't know if he'll get it. Nope.
You know, if we hurry up and finish this race, we might can watch the rest of the cup race.
Oh,
Huh?
oh, they're wadded up in the back. Oh my goodness.
Utterly shocked at that we are on caution 3. We're on lap 20. These boys at Michigan won a race. Michael Wingo has gotten back out. He is 2 laps down. He's the only truck down anything right now, so that still could work in his favor with the stage coming in 10 laps, and then we do have a second stage, so there's 2 cautions coming that are guaranteed, not to mention any of the other ones that happen for contact. So good chance he'll at least get one back here soon at the stage and maybe be an opportunity in. Green is out. Todd Smith, the good start. Here comes the 48. Bad luck in qualifying relegated him to a start in the rear of the field. Oh, contact heavy between the 35 and 84.
Save us some fuel whenever you can, but doing a really good job. Tell me about your race.
Oh, that one looked like it hurt. It's not letting me know about it. There we go. Took it a minute. Let's rewind this back, see what happened here. 35 gets to the outside of the 14 here just barely. No, stays behind him. Scrapes the wall, bounces off into the 84, back up, and the 33 was just there. Nowhere really for anybody to go in that one. Oh. I don't know, was there somebody behind Trevor? No, I thought maybe there was more contact, but possibly not. Oh, just tough hits. That's going to put the 35 in a tough spot because he's used his fast repair. Tough break for the 84 and the 33 as well. You know what they say, cautions breed cautions. And now the real life cup race has under 100 laps. They're catching us. Their lap times are a lot faster than ours, so I don't know if these guys are just distracted or we are 4 cautions deep. That's going to get a lucky dog to Mr. Wingo early here. You ought to be able to get one of his 2 laps back here. Think. Or maybe not. Oh, there he is. Okay. Just took a minute, but there he is. Michael Wingo, lucky dog. Woof woof. 1 lap back. He's just down 1 lap, and we've got our guaranteed caution in 7.5 laps. Check in here with the 35. Getting some repairs. He is currently still marked on the lead lap. Trevor Benz doing the same. Nolan doing the same as well. We're going to see if these trucks start rolling here pretty soon. There's Trevor rolling out. He'll stay on the lead lap. Looks like he got most of his damage fixed from what I can tell. Corners look good. Corey staying on pit road. Nolan staying. There goes Nolan. And there goes Corey. They're getting off just in time in front of the pace car. Pace truck. I guess this is a truck series. I can just call everything trucks. So both of them will stay on the lead lap along with Trevor Benz. So now we got to restart. 6 laps to go in stage 1 here when they restart. Update for the Cup race. Penske 1-2, Blaney, Logano, then Hamlin, Jones, Byron are your top 5. Osvar, Chastain, Wallace, Larson, and Busch round out the top 10. 90 laps to go. But I know if anybody's watching me, they're watching the race anyway, so I don't know why I'm telling you that, but there's your update. Alright, into 3 and 4 we go here. Field is still trying to catch up. Looks like Trevor made another pit stop. Yep. He's got to catch the field. He's running out of time here. Pace truck's down.
Green.
Good start by the 66. Gets him clear of the 48. Good start for the 48, though. He's going to stay clear in second by himself right now. The 52 is trying to get to his inside, but he stays back there next to the 14. So open track for the 66 and 48 into 1. They both choose middle, and then low goes the 66. Here they come out at turn 2. Everybody seems to make it through okay this time. Bump from the 48 to the 66. Comes the 48 to the bottom. Gets clear. What does he do? He stays at the bottom. Now he starts to slide up. 66 right to his rear bumper. Here comes the field. They are. Here comes the Eagle. Where has he been? The inside of 3 wide. Battling for third currently with the 52. Down on that low line. Coming by this time. We'll have 4 laps to go. The big bump to the 13 here. He's going to have a run coming to 1. He chooses high this time for that clean air. 48 down near the apron, the yellow line, then back up the track. Here comes the momentum for the 13. He's got on the 14 and Joseph Klein. What does he do with it? He drops down below him. Going to try to get him here in entry into 3. Down low he goes, going for the slide job, slides up in front of the 14. Textbook pass by the Eagle. He's only got one more. If he gets a run on the 48, he shows bottom. 48 chooses bottom, late entry, but gets down close to the bottom, second lane up. Eagle runs a lane higher for clean air. Here they come off the corner. Not as much momentum this time. Down the back stretch. We're going to have 2 to go when they get to the line here. 13 dives down into 3. Left side tires on the apron. Slide job on the 48. He's not clear just yet. He comes up. Oh, they touch. That was so close. 2 laps to go in the stage. Let's make sure the message went up. Yes, sir. Pit lane is closed 2 laps prior to the end of the stage. That didn't work. All right, here we go. Out of turn 2, side by side for the lead. Lap and a half left to go in this stage. This is battling for a stage point. 10 stage points and a playoff point. 13 and 48 side by side out of 4. Ooh, they got close. They get close. Cross the line, 1 to go in the stage. Now the 14's looking opportunistic here as he dives down even a little bit lower as the 48 runs that middle, gets clear into the wall. 13, 14, 48, 3 wide for the lead. They touch, they touch, they touch. Oh, heavy contact, and the 48 is wrecked.
Get yourself something to drink. Get a deep breath.
What the hell? What the hell?
Oh. Tough.
What the Sam hell was that, baby back? Oh.
That was a tough hit. I am not certain what happened there. We're going to go to the chase. Hard battle in there in the middle. The 14 and 13 make contact.
That was the stage break crossing the line.
Oh, blew his motor too. Oh, tough.
We're pitting here, correct?
Andrew.
Pits will be open if they say it's open.
Andrew, you dead, man?
I'm going to say a line from something that Kyle said before. Somebody just died on that one.
Holy macaroni and cheese.
All right, everybody on the lead lap comes down to pit here to end stage 1. 28 gets the stage win from what I can tell. I'm going to go back and look at the results. Yep, Alex Fuller gets the stage win. Joseph Klein second, Kyle Heath third, Todd Smith fourth, Noah Milnes fifth, Brendan Decker sixth, Ben Summerford seventh, Brian Hayberger gets 8th, Michael Kennedy 9th. Why is it showing me something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10th would be the 89. Ames gets 10th place points. And from checking things out, it looks like, of course, my timing and scoring is being goofy again. We're just going to refresh. Over there one time, see if that works. It doesn't want to, so we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Load. Quit and reopen. What an end to the stage. Somebody needs to check on the 48, though. That was a hard hit. The front of the truck up into the fence. Blown motor. It's back on track. 1 lap down. Currently, that will put him, I believe, the only one lap down after an incident like that. That's very fortunate to not be more than 1 lap down, but he did blow his motor, did have to use his fast repair, so that's it, you know. That's what we got.
Joseph, I'm going to take it easy now. I've already used my fast repair. Okay.
Alright, we're right on the gearbox of the leader, Alex Fuller. We're going to watch these trucks fan out and see what happens on this restart. Alright, now we got to make it to lap 60 for the end of this next stage.
Green flag.
Squad, move over on the front bumper. The 84, good bump. You can see his engine. It's the 84 pushing the 28 into turn 1. There's a bit of a gap. Now you can see it gets split, 66 to the inside, 84 to the outside. Another bump. Here comes the run on the outside with the 84 pushing. The 28 stays ahead of the 66 as they come down the backstretch. The 66 takes the shorter way around into 3, down near the apron, and then up the track, gains them by 10 truck lengths on corner exit. 52 did the same thing. Here comes the 89 playing the low line under the 84 and 28 as they're side by side for third. They're still 3 wide. Into turn 1. The middle line's working out though. The 84 truck pulls ahead, and 89 slides up, slide job. Here comes maybe a bump from the 33. He stays in line with them though, no bump. Look closer from that angle than what it really was. The 28's falling back here on this restart. Trevor Benz currently runs 6th, right behind Alex Fuller, and then you got the Eagle in 7th, Brendan Decker 8th. Going from a further out shot, you can kind of see how spread out. We've got the top, 8, all in a single file line, and then you got 3 more back there, 82, the 14, and the 26. In their own little group, and then you've got another 5 further back. That includes Andrew Groves. Again, 1 lap down after that incident to end stage 1. Wrecked hard into turn 3. Blown motor, fast repair used. Had to tow. That's how you get the lap down, really, is just the time it takes to have the vehicle towed to your pit stall. Back up front, Todd Smith still with the lead, 4 truck lengths over Michael Kennedy. Enter into turn 3 here. Todd's really high up on his entry, trying to use that momentum, keep that truck wound up, but the 52 ran a little bit lower and gained some spots on him. Now it's only 1 truck length between the 2. They both run the front stretch really low. Back up to the top. Let's see what Todd does this time. He chooses low, the 52 chooses high. So 66 gains a little bit in the corner, but out of the corner, the 52 is going to have more of a run. He comes down to catch the draft. Let's jump on board with that 52. Let's see how they run this time. Both choose high, about a lane lower for the 52. It's going to get him tight on corner exit. He keeps it out of the wall, but you can hear the tires. He had to let off the throttle a little bit, so he doesn't carry that momentum, but he's in the draft. The draft pulls him closer. We're on lap 39 now. Todd back to the bottom in 1 and 2, trying to utilize that quickest way around in 1 and 2. 52 entered higher, but exited just as low as Todd did there, and they kind of stayed equal. Here comes that momentum. He's got that momentum from the draft. Michael looks low. Got a slide up in front of him. Gonna go for the old slide job. Sure does. Now Todd has the run. What does he do with it? He's gonna bump the 52. Stay in line, push him forward. What do they choose this time into turn 1? 52 chooses low, 66s. All right. I'll stay up here. 52 gets a little tight. And here comes that momentum run from the 66. Puts it into the 52. They've got company. Ames is here. In third, look underneath 66 for position. Watch it from Trevor Benz's view. Side by side for second. That 89's all the way down to the apron. Blinks out. Oh no, we lost him.
89 just disappeared. 89, you blinking, you're gone. 89, you're gone.
It's a long blink by the 89 going down the front stretch. That was scary. Trevor Benz to P3. Ames back to P4 after that pass on the backstretch by Trevor. 5th place, Nolan. Here comes the 84. Look at all these different lines. Every single truck's running a different line here. Clean air matters. Trying to make the corner better than your opponent matters. You got to make that time up. The draft is super helpful towards momentum. Then when you get to the corner, you don't want to just follow the truck in front of you because you're going to get tight. It's not going to handle well. You can push up into the wall or get loose with oversteer. So you gotta manage that. So that's why you're seeing these guys run all these different lines in the corners. They'll use the draft in the straightaways. The Eagle is passing Nolan on the inside for P5. Kyle Heath running that second lane up here in 1, but now he's pushing up in turn 2. Going to slide up.
Had to lift a little bit extra there. I thought I was going for a haul.
Let's check a little bit further back. Alex Fuller right behind Nolan. Joseph Klein right behind him. Brendan Decker looking maybe here. 9th, George Buck is the first one of the second pack. He's in 10th. Brian Hamburger in 11th. Corey Crandall in 12th. Mark Owlett 13th. Michael Wingo 14th. Ben Summerford scraping the wall 15th. He's got, I passed him. Andrews up there behind the 35. And again, Andrews 1 lap down. In the lucky dog position. Another 33 and the 89 side by side. Take a look at that from the camera from the 13 of the Eagle. 89 is going to have that momentum, that draft, and that corner exit out of 2. Gets ahead of the 33 by about a half a truck length, but then down into the corner, the 33 is able to drive in a little bit deeper, a little bit shorter way around. But now this is where the truck gets tight. And that momentum on that high side, keeping that motor wound up. 89 gets clear of the 33, back down in front of him. Here comes a bump from the 13 to the 33. 52 still leading. Michael Kennedy in that 52 truck out front. So far he has led 21 laps. Todd Smith has led 13, Ames has led 1, Kyle has led 2, Alex Fuller has led 4, Brian Hamburger has led 1, and Andrew Groves has led 3 laps so far in this race.
Oh, man.
Todd getting kind of railroaded there as multiple trucks got by him. Newsflash, Kyle Heath is coming. He's up to third. Again, he started in the back of the pack, did not qualify for tonight's event. Was able to get P3 out of stage 1 after contact in turn 3 on the last lap of the stage between the 14, the 13, and then the 48. Relegated the 48 up into the wall, blown motor up into the catch fence. And the 28 was able to sneak by and get himself a stage win. So now we're on lap 48 of 100. Again, we've got another stage break at lap 60, so we're past halfway through this stage. This is the longest green flag run of the race. These tires are getting the most use they've had. The guys are feeling them out now. They're feeling this, how these trucks run later in a run for the first time all night. 52 got a little tight on corner exit of 4, lost momentum. Here comes the 89 to the inside. He's gonna try to slide job. Nope, he gets it to stick down there. Slides a little bit in the middle of the corner. Oh, 52 into the wall. 13 slides way down to avoid. 13 and 33 get by. Here he comes, the Eagle, P2, Trevor Benz, P3, Nolan, P4. It's 3 spots. Michael Kennedy lost that lap. That scrape into the wall out of turn 2. That momentum lost in 3 spots. Technically lost 4 with that beginning of that lap with the 89 getting inside of him. So another lead change.
You're good. You okay?
We're going to complete lap 50 this time by. This will be halfway for the race and 10 laps to go in the stage when they cross the line. Again, longest green flag run we've had tonight. All right, halfway. 89 is your leader, 13, 33, 84, and the 52 are your top 5. The field has spread out. We're on basically the top 9, top 8 are really in this pack. 9th is kind of falling back a little bit. Brendan Decker's losing touch. It's about a second back of the group of 8th place, Alex Fuller. And then you've got a few seconds back to the other trucks as they're kind of spread out back there. You see on the tower on the side the gaps for Brian Haberger in 10th, 7.7 seconds off the lead. Randall 9.92. Some of these guys are back just a little bit. Oh, we see a truck back there get loose behind Todd Smith. That was Alex Fuller. Heck of a save. Back up front, we see the 13 trying to run that bottom line in the center and that apex. And then ride it up the track. Carry that momentum, staying in the draft of the 89. He chooses not to follow him down to the apron this time. 84 to the inside of the 33 for third. They are side by side. Looks like the 33 is going to have the momentum this time off of corner exit, though, as the 84 unable to get an edge out. 33 scrapes the wall, though. It's going to slow his momentum. That gives Nolan a chance to stay beside him. They enter turn 3. This is where the 84, if he chooses, can dive it down. He doesn't go that low. Second lane up, but he lets it roll through. He's back in the throttle sooner. It's almost clear of Trevor. Trevor's right there on the right, I guess the left, the right rear with the left front like they're not clear of each other just yet. Down the straightaway. Does the 84 send it this time? He hesitates on entry to keep about the same gap. He's not trying to let the truck roll up, but now it can. He got clear of the 33 middle off. Great exit from Nolan. Move Nolan to third. And here comes Michael Kennedy in the 52. He was relegated back to fifth from the lead a few laps back. Here he is to get one on Trevor, get him up to fourth. Now he slides up. Trevor gets back underneath him. This is a crossover move. Side by side. Does Trevor clear him before they get to turn 1? It's super close. Super close he does. All right. 33 back to fourth. Lead's getting a little bit closer up here as we see the 13 has gotten to the back bumper of the 89. They are now side by side. He's got him clear. He's going to slide up. The 89, what does he choose to do? He crosses him back over and drops down to the apron. Try to carry that momentum by the 13, and he does. Great driving. Alright, we're going to see the 13 kind of rolls it through the center, tries to get a better exit off. They are pretty equal, but here comes Nolan. Right along with him here for a second. Top 3 are stretching themselves out from the other ones just by a half a second, though. Not much. You can see here, it's just a little bit of a gap. 13 almost clears the 89. They are side by side.
Blackout.
4 laps to go in this stage. Here comes the 13. Gets the edge on the 89 on corner entry, but he's got to be able to get up off corner exit. He does. The 89 into the wall. He got loose. That truck got angry in the center of the corner. He was trying to get back to the throttle a little too soon. Tires didn't like it. All right, so here's our 2 long runners, the 13 and the 84. We see this week in and week out now. Setting their trucks up to for sure have good long run speed. And that 89 hasn't gone anywhere yet. It may have slipped up on him out of 2 last lap, but he is still there with 3 laps to go in the stage. Nolan is there. He's trying to get a look underneath the 13. Decides to get right back to his bumper. Trying to push him down the backstretch here. 89's in tow. Here comes the 52 with a run as well, not too far behind. Two laps to go in this stage. We're just going to check and make sure the counter's doing its job, and it did. All right. 4-truck battle for the lead. Lap and a half left to go of this stage. Kyle Heath has the lead. Nolan, Ames, Michael Kennedy all won it. 84 looks underneath. Going into 3. He doesn't enter that low, so he can't get hard on the throttle and exit and push up. He's got to make sure the truck doesn't get tight. He sticks it there, though. He stays about the same distance all the way through the corners of 13. 13, 1 lap to go. 13 leads that lap. We have 1 lap left in this stage. 13's going to run it high. 84 is going to run that middle line, that second line. As they come out of the corner, the 89 gets a little sideways. So does the 52 behind him. Here we go. The 84 gets back in the draft. What does he do going into 3 this time? Right to the back of Kyle Heath, but he's not. Ooh, he's going to look up. Is he going to go high? They come out of turn 4. The 84 looks underneath. And at the line, it's the 13. The 13 gets it. Heck of a finish to that stage.
Give me your temps there, bud.
Wow,
Damn.
that was close. I almost thought he had him. I almost couldn't call that right away because 84 was coming. All right, so that's going to put our top 10 for the stage.
Racing there, Trevor and Joseph, that was pretty awesome.
13, the 84, the 89,
Yeah, that's
52, and
pretty fun.
66 are your top 5. And then the 33, the
Definitely have
14,
me shaking
the
my thumb.
28, the 31, and the 82 round out the top 10 stage points for those 10 drivers.
I was loose at the end of that run.
I feel like I was turning right more than I was left in the corners. It was fun as hell.
That was the longest run of the race so far. It was fun to see what those trucks were doing there later in the run. That was fun to watch. Heck of a battle there, boys.
Are we dirt tracking?
Take it out in the other back.
Congrats to Kyle. Another stage win in the books for the 13 truck. 10 o'clock on the East Coast. We've been racing for an hour. Just a minute or so from winning the green flag or where we started our pace lap. So we've been on the track for almost an hour now. 56 minutes to be exact, because I've got a timer on that on iRace Control. Thank you for letting me know. And we are hitting pit road. Everybody but the 48, who's getting the lucky dog here. He'll be by on pit road next time by. That's going to put everybody back on the lead lap. 16 trucks strong on the lead lap. Expect to see 4 tire changes throughout the field here, would be my guess. Let's see. The Eagle easily out pit road before Nolan there. Michael Kennedy gets 3rd. It's going to be Ames in the 89 in 4th, Todd Smith 5th, Trevor 6th, Alex Fuller 7th, Joseph 8th, Brian 9th, and Brendan 10th. George in 11th, Michael Wingo in 12th, Corey Crandall in 13th, Mark Owlett in 14th. Ben Summerford still on pit road, it's telling me. Shaking them wheels back and forth. Shake it! Shake it, buddy! Shake it! What is he doing? Somebody's having too much fun. Hey, where's your other hand? Show it. Ben's getting his reps in on pit road. I'm not certain what's happened to our poor buddy Ben there. Okay, now he starts rolling. Got it worked out. A little exercise. Stage break for the 32. I haven't heard anybody honk in this race. Gonna have to choose a different adjective for that truck. Nobody's honked. Maybe they need to wave or door slam you or stick a middle finger out the window. Something of that sort to let you know. Honking's not working. Corey Crandall back down pit road again. Back off pit road he goes. Everybody's getting double file here for this restart. 48, good on him, getting that lucky dog here for the stage break. Start this restart off riding on the back of the 13 here on this restart. We'll see what happens with the field this time. Final stage takes us to the end, lap 100. Restart with 36 laps to go in the race. I believe everybody should be close on the field, maybe good. We'll find out. Into the restart zone, and we are off and racing. Comes a 52 on the bottom. Really good corner for him. So he takes second. Let's see who's going to peek out and go to the bottom here. 52 goes to cover the bottom, goes lower than the 13. Out of turn 4, side by side. That's going to bring that pack right back to him. 84 is following in the tracks of the 13. He's got a few trucks right behind him. Here comes that run. What does he choose to do? He runs low. Michael Kennedy to the point. Stretches it out on Kyle out of turn 2. What a shot. Here comes the 13 with a little bit of momentum. Tucked into that draft. 84 the same way behind them. They're both closing in as they get into one. The 13 chooses almost the same line but can't hold it. It gets tight. He starts pushing up. 52 using all of the bottom of the center of that corner of the apex, really trying to get down and low and cut that corner around and come off straight. Now here he is. He's in his tracks this time. Mirror full of the Chevy number 13. Eagle is right to his bumper. Let's see what they do coming into one here. He follows him in shortly, but then stays a lane higher this time. Pretty similar to last lap. Looking for clean air in 1 and 2. See the 84. Again, a long run truck, long run driver. He's prepped himself for this. He is sticking a little bit more this early part of the run. Using some short run speed this time. Doesn't want to give up that much ground to these leaders to have to try to claw his way back at the end of the run. So we're going to see if that pays off for the 84. He's been able to really get the length, long distance runs out of his cars and trucks. You see, he loses a spot there, but still, he's in 4th. He's still in touch with the leader. He's not falling back. So we'll watch that this run here in this 3rd stage. Goes green. This will be the longest run of the night. Trevor Benz up to P3. Trevor Benz is a short run guy. He wants it to last forever, but that truck feels so good he doesn't know anything else but to send it. And he is going to try as he looks to the outside of the 13. Drops back down below behind him and maybe looking to the inside. Nope, not yet. He is right on the back bumper of the 13. I can see his windshield through the 13's windshield. The 52 runs that bottom into 3. 13 and 33 follow in the apex, and then they all come back up. And here comes the run. What does the 13 do this time? He goes for the bump. Gonna push the 52 out into turn 1. Gets into overdrive entry. Tries to at least. Looks like 52 held on really good there in the center. Gets a good exit. What is he doing? The 13 drops down to let the 33 by, and the 33 says, "Thank you, sir. I'm going to go for the lead." Side by side. Slide job incoming. Up the track he goes. All right, that's a pass for the lead. Another lead change. 33 is your leader for that lap. Cup race in Nashville is under 20 laps to go. They're definitely beating us to the finish tonight. Ryan Blaney in the lead. Carson Hocevar by 2.5 seconds. See, most of the field has stayed in touch this start of this run. We've got a few stragglers that are just starting to fall back just a little bit. Alex Fuller is 2.7 off the lead. He's 0.8 behind Brendan Decker, so still within the draft. George Buckdoe, Michael Wingo, Ben Summerford, all a little bit further back, over a second back of Alex Fuller, so they've lost touch with the draft. Mark Allett has lost touch with them. He's just over a second back of Ben Summerford, and he is blinking. Oh, that scared me. I'm ready for that. Long bleak from Mark there. Back up front, Trevor Benz over Michael Kennedy, Kyle Heath, Joseph Klein, Andrew Groves, your top 5. Ames is in 6th, Nolan 7th, Brian 8th, Todd 9th, and Corey is in, or Corey just took 9th. Todd to 10th on the side-by-side. They got Alex and Brendan right behind them side-by-side as well. Now we're seeing kind of what I was talking about earlier, the 84 trying to manage the truck and not fall too far back to have that long run speed. He's really able to get a lot out of the truck in the long run. Just can't give up so much time, and right now he's just under 1.5 seconds back of the lead, so that's close. And seeing that there's plenty of trucks in between him and the leader, he's not lost the main draft yet, so that's good. He is staying in touch with the leader, staying within 2 seconds. Let this run out. We're at 25 laps to go. I think we're going to see a good finish from that 84. He's been on a roll lately, and when we get these long runs, it only gets better for him. As we have a battle for the lead, Michael Kennedy back under Trevor Benz. Side by side. Trevor trying to get that thing to rotate, not push up to the wall, carry that momentum. I think Michael might have a chance here, but no, he can't get it to rotate fast enough in the center. He had to back down that corner entry. Trevor managed to hold off that charge on the high side. Trying to break a little bit of draft. The 52 follows along with them to stay in it. Here comes the 13 and the 14. And the 89. It's gotten up to 5th. 48 back to 6th. 82 up to 7th. That 84, Nolan Milnes at 1.2 back. He's in 8th. He hasn't lost any time. He's gaining time with this battle that they're having. It's bringing the pack back together a little bit. With everybody staying in range. 33 up into the wall. 52 has to quick avoidance. Woo! Comes back up. Almost contact with the 13. 3 wide. 52 is going to take the lead. Trevor Benz with that wall touch really loses momentum. He is falling rapidly. Here he comes. He got momentum on the high side though. It's going to keep him right now currently in 4th. Heck of a save down the backstretch and then into 3 and 4 to keep that momentum up, to keep this truck in contention and not fall back. Just trying to get that thing to rotate on the outside, running that high line, going for the momentum. He keeps it off the wall, drops down below the 52. Now this is where the truck's going to get super tight. 14, Joseph Klein has the lead off of all of that happened last lap. Trevor's looking to get it back. This man was scored as low as 5th coming out of turn 4 a lap ago, and he is in 2nd, battling back for the lead. What an amazing drive that lap to get that truck back up there contending for that lead. Now he's loose. See the truck sideways in the middle of the corner. Gosh, he's got to work really hard to keep it off the wall. Tires are starting to give out. They're like, this is a lot, Massa. You're wearing us out. This is bad. Tires are hot. They're angry. They're losing grip. The right rear tire is getting mad. It's a fast track, high-speed corners. You're putting a lot of lateral force on the right side tires of the truck. And the harder you drive it, the worse those tires are going to feel. Our top 10, 11 drivers are all within 1.7 seconds currently. They're all on the screen right there. Woo! A little bit of action back there in the back. Joseph Klein is still leading this sucker. Pulled out 0.33 on the 33 truck. Here comes the 33. We should have good exit here to start just nipping away. Stay in the draft. Use the momentum. Don't overdrive the truck. The tires are hot. 13 is right behind him. 33 runs a little bit higher than the 14 and the 1. Gets that truck to rotate. Tries to put the power down. It gets tight. Right up next to the wall. 13 had a really good corner exit there. He got a little bit closer to Trevor. Trevor's going to run it higher again. Stay a little bit higher than the 14. Clean air. Then get power down right here. The corner gets tight. Good exit. 2.5 tenths separate the first two. He is closing ever so slightly. 2 laps to go in the real cup race. Give or take, because I'm sure it's already over. My stuff's always so far behind. So Brian Blaney's gonna take this one. Good for him. All right. Trevor running that high side, trying to really get that momentum up. The 13 looks underneath, but then comes up behind him on exit. Seeing what Trevor's trying to do here. I mean, his truck is getting a little quite tight on the bottom, so you come up to the top, run it a little higher, but now he's got to fend off a good charge here by the 13. Coming back to 35 and 66 have fallen back just a little bit. in the top 11 within 1.7 seconds not that long ago. And now they are falling back. Alex Fuller is 3 seconds back in the lead. Corey Crandall and Todd Smith are half a second behind the pack and trying their darndest to stay in touch here. Watching the time, Skyle is just 0.3 behind Joseph. 15 laps to go. Comes the 13. Here comes the 82. He has been coming as well. He's passed Trevor Benz for third as Kyle is getting by Joseph here. We've got 14 laps left and they're side by side for the lead, side by side for third. Joseph with a great turn 1 and 2 this time.
Alan's getting ready for a shoey to happen.
You mean a tiny?
Did somebody sneeze or say shooey? God bless you, either way.
You know who I am?
13 looks to the inside. Side by side down into turn 3.
That
Joseph
was dangerous.
keeps it close on him. 13 gets loose. Chases it up the track. 14 holds on. Coming to 12 to go. What a run here. Here comes 82. Here he comes, Brian Hayberger. Truck running the outside line pretty well. This battle between these top 4 getting pretty thick. Caution is out. Caution is out. We have a
fuel whenever
spin.
you can, there, bud. You're doing a really good job. Tell me about your race car when you can.
Oh, this is going to change everything. .28 gets loose out of 2. Oh, hard into the wall. Oh. Tough break. Let's jump in with them. Oh man, it just, yeah, power down and tried to keep it from, man, you can hear the tires. There's just no grip left in them. Tires were done. All right, so that's going to reset the field. I assume everybody's going to pit. Everybody has tires, and we're coming to 10 to go. So this is a, I mean, track position matters, but these trucks, these tires at this track with the track temp and everything we have, getting worn out. So I don't see anybody able to stay out, so to speak. Everybody's got to make that play for fresh tires here and have a shootout. Wow. Pit stops are us. The 13 showed up. I'm going to double check pit times, but that was a killer pit stop by the Eagle. 14.6.
Good job, crew. Holy crap.
No one had a 14.9.
T4 to
Joseph
T2.
had
I take it, pit crew.
15.3. Trevor had a 14.8. Corey had a 14.8. Michael Candy had a 14.3.
They all fired.
All right, let's reset the lineup. Kyle Heath is going to be your leader. Trevor Benz second. Joseph Klein third. Nolan fourth. Michael Kennedy fifth. Ames sixth. Corey seventh. Todd eighth. Brian ninth. Brendan 10th. George 11th. Andrew 12th. Mark 13th. Michael Wingo is 14th. Alex Fuller 15th. Ben Summerford is still on pit road. Taking the long distance break. Was he playing with his wheel again? As he is rolling now. Taking one to go. Gonna restart with 8 laps left in this race. This is our 7th caution of the race. 6th caution for cause. Stage 1 ended a little earlier than the checkered flag. Stage 2 ended on time. It was, ran through, so that was the only caution. Stage 2 was the only caution we had for no cause. It was an actual stage break. And we still got 16 trucks in the running on the lead lap to end this one out. And we'll see if we're still at that number 8.5 laps from now, as we're going to see how well these boys play with these trucks. Now, we've seen short run speed from a lot of drivers tonight. This is a short run. If you've got anything in the bag, you've got to do it right away. Tires are cold at first lap. Grip is low. After that, you're going to have 7 laps left of really good tire use, and these tires shouldn't fall off unless you get sideways with them really crazy on this first lap.
Ow.
So,
were they up there having ice cream?
pace truck's down. Kyle Heath is the leader to the restart zone.
Green flag, green
and
flag.
he's off. Here we go. 84 and 14 got a good start from that second row as well. And the 84 is pushing the 33 on the outside. Kyle gets clear, gets up. See what he does going into one here. He's going to come low. Run it down about a half a lane up. They are 4 wide out of 2. Everybody makes it. The run that the 33 and the 84 have, not enough, but the 33 looks. Not yet. Cold tires still. Got to get the heat in those tires. Here comes Todd Smith in the 66. Shotgunning it. Mr. Short Speed himself. He's got that run. He's got that speed. He's side drafting 33. Here we go. Mr. Highside running the low side, getting positions. As he looks to the inside of the 13 for the lead. Todd Smith. Kyle Heath side by side for the lead. 6.5 laps left to go as they come down the backstretch. Kyle edges out using that momentum on the high side, but Todd's able to dive it in there and get it to rotate. Todd gets clear. We have a new leader, Todd Smith. 6 laps to go in tonight's race. The 33 underneath the 13. 66 runs high, it cuts low, way down to the bottom, gets a great run. The 33 does as well. Three wide for third. Here comes the 48 and the 14 underneath the 13. They are side by side by side. Oh, it's so close on corner exit. Here we go. The 48 gets clear and into third. 13 is there, still on his outside though. 5 laps to go. What a race. This battle is not going to end until the checkered flag. 14 gets tight. Woo! Right up in between the 33 and the 13. Back down into the 48 here. He's going to push the 48 down the backstretch. Here comes the 84 on the inside of the 13. He gets low underneath the 14. Nolan is coming as well. Trevor and Andrew battling for second. Joseph in fourth. Todd Smith still leading. 4 laps to go. 14 gives a bump to the 13. Going into 1. Andrew looking for a way to get momentum to get by Todd here. Here comes a push from Trevor. 14 in the 33 door. Joseph using all of that side draft. 48. Got the 14 underneath him here. 3 laps to go. Who's it going to be? Todd Smith has it. All these drivers want it. They want it so bad. These guys are giving it their all. Short run speed is all you need for this one. Joseph and Andrew side by side. Oh no, there's a turn!
Caution's out.
At 14 and the 33. We couldn't make it to the end, folks. We couldn't make it to the end.
Sorry, Joseph. I tapped the wall and came down a little bit.
Coming out of turn 2. 33 goes up. Back down. Just not able to keep it snug, I guess is the best way to put it.
Dave's car, middle back.
Oh.
Off of 4. 2. Up 2.
Tough break for the 33. Tough break for the 14. Although, I don't know how this is going to pan out for these guys. Todd, man. Woo! I can't wait to see who I get to interview tonight. Because these guys ought to be just the adrenaline alone from that little shootout here. Shortest run of the race pretty much where it matters. These guys were giving it their all. Todd comes to pit road.
Oh my Lord.
I was coming whether y'all did or not. I was just hoping y'all would.
Wow. Only got a couple of cars come with him. 2 of them were in the accident. Ben's been pitting every time. Brian Haberger came with him, but the rest of the field stayed out. Todd's going to come out P12, best, and only have 2 laps. It's going to be green, white, checkered time. I don't know. I just don't know if that's going to be enough. I mean, when you have the tires, you want to use them, but man, that is a big gamble. Almost going to need a couple of green, white checkers. Going to need a couple quick cautions to maybe clear out the field to give them a better chance. I don't know. It's going to be exciting. It's a race within a race. I wish I had 2 camera shots I could run, an in-car of his and then watch the battle for the lead, because both of them are going to be exciting. I just want to thank everybody that's watching tonight. Heck of a race. This has been fun. Shout out to the drivers coming here tonight, showing up, showing out. Ben's getting his pit stop time again. I don't know if he's doing the wheel thing this time. Nope, but he's just sitting there waiting for the pace truck to get close, and then he'll run off and start rolling, which I expect him. There he goes. Not sure what's going on there. All right. We're going green next time by. I'm pretty certain this will be listed as a green, white, checkered. Yep, 1 of 3. We're into overtime. Andrew Groves currently holds the fastest lap of the race today. So Andrew and Nolan on the front row, Kyle and Ames on row 2, Michael and Corey row 3, Brendan and Michael Wingo row 4, Alex and George row 5, Mark Todd row 6, Brian and Joseph row 7, Trevor Benz is still on pit road or coming. Him and Ben are both coming around now, so Trevor's probably not going to catch the field before they take the green. He had some damage, and I think he had already used his fast repair earlier tonight, so tough break for the 33. He might catch. Okay, he's going to catch. We should be okay. We should have all 16 in the group here when we go green. All right, pace truck's down. It's in control of the 48. Andrew Groves is in control of this field into the restart zone.
Green flag.
Green is out. Early start for the 48. 84 and 13 are pretty even side by side for second. Good jump for the 48. Go wide shot here. See if we see any craziness. Todd Smith back there on those fresher tires. 13 looks like he gets clear of the 84. Does he come up and take the bump? Here comes a 52, diving it down underneath the 84. 48 has a good corner exit. Here comes the 89. 1 lap to go. White flag is out. This race is official. Wreckers or checkers. 13 to the outside. I don't know if that's the right move, but we'll see when they get to corner exit. 84 gets loose.
Nice one.
89 gets loose.
Nice one. You did it twice.
Side by side, the 48 is clear of the 13, coming out of turn 4. 13 goes to crossover, comes back up. The 48 is going to be your winner. Andrew Groves wins tonight's race in the Truck Series at Michigan. What a
Hell
finish.
Yeah. You know what word you are.
What a finish. Michael Kennedy gets third. Todd Smith with those fresh tires gets back to 4th.
Andrew, great win. Todd, you are everything you say about everybody else in this league.
As we hear over the radio,
I'm out of the closet now, boys.
Todd Smith getting called out there. I think that was a little rough there at the end, maybe. We're going to go back a couple laps here. We're going to jump.
Melissa, back stretch.
Hey, good job, Andrew. That was a hell of a race. Good job to everyone.
Guys underneath the 84.
Catch me on the back.
Into the 89.
Matter of fact.
Yeah. A little extra and some tore up trucks there at the end of that one.
I can't make it to the back stretch.
Andrew, congratulations on your win. Great finish there, guys. Andrew, Kyle, and Michael Kennedy. I will see you guys in the waiting room shortly for interviews.
Dang, Todd.
Bro, I didn't even know I got the 84. I think that was more net code. But like all night, just like if y'all, but all night, when your truck does the same thing every time with new tires, you expect it to do it again. So I drove it on the bottom. It stuck all night. And then I took 2 people out. So, like, I screwed up. It's fine. No big deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but, I mean, I ain't what I am. I'll call it like I say it every time as well.
All
But-
right, let's get Michael up here.
My bad,
for
y'all.
P3.
Yeah, 2 times in the same corner.
Was.
I thought, damn, I got the 89. I got to go back and watch it. Didn't even know I got the 84, dude.
Michael, it's Jason in the booth. You have a copy?
It looked a lot like
Yeah,
that green
go
white
ahead.
checkered caution you brought
Hey,
out
man,
last night. where you just rode through
congratulations. You
people.
bring home P3 tonight with the podium. You had a fast truck all night. You were running up front.
Okay.
Anything you could have done different there in that final
it?
restart?
Wrecked the first 2 guys,
Leave it alone.
but
All
I
right.
wasn't gonna do that. It was a tight race all night. I mean, it was, you'd lose a few, then you'd gain them back, lose a few and gain them back. At least on my end, it was.
Yeah, there was a lot of what it seemed like coming and going within the pack. The top 6 or 8 trucks kind of hanging in the group together, and you kind of see, move, 2 forward, move 2 back, and just kind of bouncing around a little bit. But some really good racing tonight. Michigan really provided a lot of different lanes. Everybody was, kind of looking for clean air, it looked like, when they were close behind another truck and using a different lane, trying to keep clean air on the nose and not get super tight coming out of corner exit, because it looked like we had some sliding, some sipping and sliding when you got some dirty air. But really heck of a race. And again, great drive by you. You were up near the front pretty much all race long tonight. So heck of a finish.
Yeah. You could save tire at the end of the run. You could tell, and I would fade and then I would come back, but it just on my truck, it just really got really loose at the end of every run. And if you could pedal it and just save that right rear tire, you could be good. But that last caution helped me out when them guys, whoever wrecked in front of us, kind of bunched us back up, give me another shot.
Yep, absolutely. And with that, I mean, again, 3rd place, nothing to shake your head out. Really good battles up front. Really fun race from a spectator's standpoint too. You guys were putting on some really good side-by-side racing, some really good passing. Saw some really good, when you get in the line and you have to bump the truck in front of you, there was a lot of good square bumps and guys working well together to carry momentum out of these corners, and some really clean racing tonight. So that was fun to watch as well.
It was really fun, and I think it was a pretty good race. So maybe we ain't got too many tempers.
Right.
Now.
Might have a couple off of maybe one. I already kind of heard that in the
Yeah.
race chat and replayed the last lap for last lap turns 1 and 2 for Todd. I know he gained a couple enemies there, but it happens. But nonetheless, really good race, and nobody really can be mad at each other too much otherwise, because everything was really fair and good-hearted racing. So that was fun to watch. Before we let you go tonight, as we usually do with the podium finishers, the floor is yours. Anybody you want to give a shout out to or thanks to tonight?
Father's Day next weekend or 2. Shout out to all the fathers. Father's Day's coming up, so all the dads that keep everything going in the world.
Absolutely. Good call. Good shout out. That's I think that's 2 weeks out, I believe. If I recall correctly. I'm a father. I should know that.
Yeah, I don't know it either, but it'll be all right.
Right. My kids will remind me when the day comes around. I know it. Cuz we race Pocono next week, and then after 2 weeks, Father's Day special event we're going to have. That'll be fun. But yeah, man, absolutely great race tonight. Congratulations on getting P3. And we'll see you back on track here soon. All right, bub?
See you, Jason.
All right, have a good night. All right, let's go to P2. Kyle Heath, the Eagle. Let's see what he has to say. Kyle, it's Jason in the booth. You have a copy?
Yep, I got you. Got me?
Yes, sir. All right, P2 tonight. Congratulations on another podium. Good finish. Some really good hard-nosed racing tonight in these trucks. Look like Andrew on that that last green white checker got a good start and was able to get out enough to be able to hold off really any charges. You got to his outside, but I think that just proved to be how difficult it was to really carry that momentum on such a short run on the outside. Anything else you could have done different there?
No, whenever coming to the green, or not green, but the last lap, coming out into turn 3 on the last lap. Whenever I kind of turned left, the truck kind of whipped loose real quick on me. So that right there kind of lost some of my momentum in 3 and 4.
Yeah.
But I didn't have enough for him. I mean, with him to be able to come back after that chaos between me, him, and Klein, dude, that was a ping pong ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and Klein was like, I went through him, and then whenever I did that, it was like he stuck to me and turned right. And by that time, I had already hit Andrew by accident, and he was already loose. And whenever me and Klein went to the right, I hit Andrew and turned him back to the right. The next thing I knew, in my rearview mirror, I seen his roof. I was like, oh damn. I was like, oh man, he's dead.
Well, that happens. But that was a crazy wreck to end that first stage, and then him to put his head down and come back through. A lot of guys would be frustrated and just be done with it. Have a fast truck, get hammered like that because he blew his motor, had to tow. Everything bad that could happen happened there.
Yeah, he got lucky. He only got 1 lap.
Yeah.
He was down 1 lap, so that really helped him.
He got a decent tow. If he would have been 2 down, I'd have been a little bit more frustrated as a driver probably. But there was enough cautions. I don't know. He possibly still could have had a chance, but anytime you only get 1 lap with a tow, that's pretty good. That's a good sign. Use that fast repair, get back out there and get going, and he did. And you had a good truck all night. You were up front, ran, you didn't qualify. You started in the back, worked your way through the pack to be there at the end for that stage 1 finish, which you ended up getting third, I believe, in that.
I had a little bit of slip up in that first stage too.
Yeah.
I knew that we were 3 wide coming out of turn 4. I gave Ben enough room, and I don't know what happened. Next thing I know, we were both spinning. I think I told him, I said, I think I saved you from hitting the pit road or hitting the pit wall entrance.
Right.
Because he was taking a beeline straight before pit road.
That was a hard left. Yeah,
he clipped my right rear, and it shot him back to the right a little bit. It kind of deflected him some.
Yeah, that one was pretty crazy to see too, because he came down he was coming down pretty strong, and that did kind of look the direction he was going. So good thing you were there. See, the Eagle's always on the scene to help other drivers out. But no, man, heck of a run tonight. Congratulations on second. Before we let you go for the night, anybody you want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
Yeah, pretty much every time I get interviewed, give a big shout out to everybody here in the league. It was a fun race. The admins here, broadcasters, you, Corey and Edwin, y'all do a great job. Big shout out to everybody who's out there watching. That's for sure.
Well,
because without them watching, it's just, it ain't worth it. So
yeah, well, ain't nobody watching. Yeah, we got people watching, and we got to thank them every time, because without them, we wouldn't be doing this. And I'm glad we have the supporters that we do. That's for sure.
And everybody who's watching needs to share the link everywhere. Whether it be Twitter, Facebook, anywhere, YouTube, just share it out.
Share it out.
Tell everybody.
It's fun. Again. It's good to watch, and it's fun to broadcast. It's fun to be a part of it in this aspect too. So I'm really glad I got into it on this side too because of that. Because it's fun to get to call races like this. Watch you guys really battle it out for what we thought was going to be a 10-lap shootout, and then it got reset to a 2-lap shootout, and we got to see really good battles. So fun racing.
It sucked at the end because I thought it was going to go green for the rest of the way, and man, my truck was really dialed in, and I figured I could have taken the win, but with the caution that came up, kind of screwed that pooch. But all in all, it was still a good race. Congratulations to Andrew, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
For his comeback.
That was fun. That was a great job.
I just want to say he know what he is.
You stop. You stop. Yeah, well, do you know who you're talking to now?
I have no idea.
Oh, you
Yeah,
don't know?
that Jason Haney from iRacing.
This guy.
Jason
Yeah.
Healy, iRacing.
That guy. Well, Kyle, we appreciate it as always. Congratulations on the P2. We'll see you back on track really soon. Okay, buddy?
Yep, take it easy.
All right, you too. That was Kyle Heath, P2 tonight. Now it's time to bring up the big winner. Andrew, let's get you up here. Andrew, it's Jason in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, man, what's up?
Man, what's up with you? Congratulations on the win tonight. Heck of a drive. To sum it up, stage 1, you were battling for the lead. On the last lap, on the last corner, got in just a terrible accident that put you up in the fence, blew the motor, had to tow, and you put your head down and you got yourself all the way back to the front in this third stage and got yourself a win. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. It was crazy, dude. Like, I hit the wall coming off 2, and then had wheel damage, and I just couldn't keep the truck straight, and Joe was side drafting Kyle, and I came down, hit Kyle, we all wrecked, and I was dead, dude. Had to tow back, went a lap down. But, yeah, I was hoping to get a stage win and just keep it up, but I took stage 2 to realize, okay, what do I got to do to keep my truck fast? Because I'm a lap down, I'm just going to get the lucky dog. So, took care of my truck stage 2 to see how fast I'm going to be on the long run, and stage 3 came out and drove back up to about 8th, was hanging out there, saving fuel just for the end. I was trying to just get a podium place, but the caution came out with 10 to go, and we all took tires, and it just worked out from there, I guess.
Yeah, man, you showed the right speed at the right time when it mattered. That 10 to go, it was like, okay, everybody gets to take a fresh set of tires. Everybody gets to put their truck in the best position they can and get up front and try to hold it. And you were in position. The caution comes out. Todd Pitts says, here you go, have it. And, I mean, what were you thinking when you saw him go down pit road? Were you surprised?
I was thinking about going to Kyle ducked down. Well, I stayed out when Todd went, and I was like, hopefully not everybody else pits and I get run over with new tires, and I was scared. I had no idea what to do.
Yeah, that one seemed. I mean, tires are tires, right? We know that the newer, the fresher the tires are, the faster you can be. But in a 2-lap shootout, and you guys had 7 green flag laps on your tires, it felt like it was a pretty gutsy call if he didn't get at least half the field to go with him, and he didn't. There was 11 guys that stayed out with you, so you had 11 guys stay out. He had to restart 12th. That's a big buffer. He got his way all the way up to 4th. So, I mean, it definitely could have changed the outcome of the race if maybe half or more went down pit road, but they didn't. And you guys had one heck of a battle all the way to the checkered. That last lap, you and Kyle side by side in the 3, but you had the right line. You had the momentum. How good does it feel to get a win in these trucks after how the night started? I mean, you've won before. You know what that feels like. We know. I mean, I've been there. But when you have a bad night start off, you know you're a lap down. You've used your fast repair. How does it feel to come back through all that and get a win?
Honestly, it's a good feeling because, like, you use your fast repair, and now you got to race smart. You have to be very careful on where you put your truck to not get into any more trouble, and you just have to do the right things, side draft at the right time. And that last turn on the last lap, I was able to side draft Kyle perfectly for me to shoot out in front of him. So that way, if he tried to side draft me down the front, I would still have enough truck in front of him to still win. But yeah, you just got to be very careful. You put your trucks once you use your fast repair, and you just got to race smart. And that's pretty much what I did. Just stayed chill and race smart and just got lucky, I guess. I don't know.
Well, whatever you want to call it, you got good. You did a great job tonight. That was a really, really fun race to watch. I enjoyed that immensely. I really, really am happy for you. Heck of a drive. It's always good to see when somebody has some turmoil, has some trouble, and they can find their way back and show, hey, I got this. I was gonna be here, and I got a chance, and I did everything right to put myself in position to still make it happen. Because that's why we all join, right? We all get in these trucks to race to win, right? We want to win a race. And when something bad happens like that, and you go a lap down, you got to buckle down. You got to be careful. You got to take care of your truck now. You don't have anything else to lean on other than yourself. And you did it tonight. You did a great job. It was fun to watch, and we appreciate you being a part of First Gear Racing, putting on this great race. It's awesome to see the first truck race with the 48 on the side, albeit a Toyota. I gave it a hard time earlier in the broadcast. It's hard to see a Hendrick 48 number on a Toyota. It's throwing me off a little bit, but it's a good-looking truck.
We're just waiting for the truck, dude.
And you did a great job, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, I even wrecked out in qualifying.
Yeah, both of your laps were on the edge, man. That was crazy. So
The whole night was on the edge for me, dude.
heck yeah. And you know what? Sometimes you got to live on the edge to get these wins, and you did. You did a great job, man. Before we let you go for the night, I'm going to give you the floor. Anybody you want to give a shout out to or a thanks to?
Yeah, Slaughter Racing Designs for designing this truck for me. Feels good to get my wife's truck in victory lane. This race one definitely goes out to her. I love you, and just, I guess good job on racing tonight with everybody. Thanks for putting on the broadcast, Jason.
Absolutely, man. It's always a blast to be a part of this and get to put this on for all the series we do. It's just fun, and I enjoy the trucks. I enjoy getting to broadcast the trucks because every race there's excitement. There's something to cover. There's something to watch. And you guys put on a heck of a show tonight, and thank you again for that. And congratulations to you on being tonight's winner.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yep, and we will see you soon back on the track next weekend. All right, buddy?
All right, man.
All right, have a good night.
All right, see ya.
That's Andrew Groves, our big winner tonight. I am at a loss for anything else to describe for tonight, guys. That was a really, really good race. That was really fun to watch and get to call. We're gonna get a nice little. Oop, I went too far. This happens when I start hitting buttons. There we go. Perfect. We're going to get some pictures and some shots for the night. Again, thank you all for being a part of this and watching. I'll put up the results here real quick for us. Again, Andrew Groves, Kyle Heath, Michael Kennedy, our top three finishers tonight on the podium. Todd Smith with those fresh tires did get up to fourth, but not without a little bit of bump and run on a couple trucks in one corner. Brendan Decker gets fifth, Trevor Benz sixth, Brian Haberger seventh, Alex Furler eighth, Ben Summerford ninth, George Buck in his first race back with First Gear Racing in the trucks gets a top 10. Michael Wingo 11th, Mark Owlett 12th, Nolan Milnes 13th, and then we got Ames, Joseph, and Corey rounding out our field tonight. Morgan Sterling did not race. Thanks to everybody for coming out. Thanks to you to watching at home. We'll be back on the air tomorrow night. IndyCar, Pocono. We'll have Corey in the booth, and we'll have some IndyCar racing tomorrow night. So we'll see you back on. Should be live around 7, right before 7 Eastern, or before 8 Eastern, 7:30-ish, 7:45 I think is when the official time, roughly about time we go live. But we'll be back live tomorrow night with the IndyCar series at Pocono. Till then, y'all have a great night. Thanks again.